The day before, this is the most wish-listed game on Steam. It's the game that everybody wants to play, apparently, and also the game that nobody really knows if it exists or not. They've just released another 10-minute gameplay trailer, which follows on... Oh my god, look at that like-dislike ratio, holy shit. That video's going to get demonetized. I'll have to beep that naughty word out at the beginning of this one. So basically, the day before has been an absolute unmitigated disaster. But still, everybody wants to play this because everyone loves a zombie survival game. This released today. Very recently, their game got pulled off of Steam due to a trademark dispute, which is crazy. But I'm just going to react to this, look at the gameplay. It's obviously something I'd love to play if it actually was real. But hopefully this trailer is going to illuminate it, shed some light on whether or not we should be excited or not. But here we go. It's going to be standard, fully scripted gameplay, I'm going to guess. But hopefully it'll show a little bit more than what we've seen. What the fuck? Why is the player model so low texture? This looks nothing like what it did in the last few trailers. Look how it's like Lara Croft from PS1. It's just straight smooth, which looks really weird compared to how nice and realistic the environments look. Then again, the environments even look downgraded from the last few trailers. Not trying to super pick fault, but obviously when you're looking at something that is just an unmitigated disaster in terms of their optics and their actual development, this looks like they've downgraded it a lot. Not that it's the biggest deal in the world, but it's not a good sign. It looks like one of the first times they're showing actual multiplayer, though. If that is indeed another player. Yeah, you can tell with the trees as well from a distance. The lighting looks nice, the reflections. But man, we got a centaur for a playable character. There's about 100 pixels on that entire character, and 97 of them are on her ass. Some fantastic art design. Well, this is enthralling. Cool. It's got good, nice ambient sound. I don't know if you can hear it. The birds. I think this was always a problem with DayZ as well. It's a zombie survival game, but the zombie aspect was just so lackluster. Crafting. Bandages. Tail null. Craft some 7.62 for the AK. Nice weapon customization system. Yeah, nice silencer for the AK. The zombies will never know. But yeah, this was always a problem with DayZ in most zombie survival games. Either the zombies are terrible and they're not a concern ever, or they're broken and oppressive. That was like the DayZ patch cycle. It was like, this patch, zombies don't move and they don't do anything. This patch, they run through walls and one-shot you while they're rubber banding from 150 yards away, or teleport through the floor and one-hit you. But this game, where's the zombies? Looks like a different gun now. Okay. So I wonder how many buildings you can actually go inside in this, because that's always been a big sticking point, I guess, for games like this. You have these big sprawling, like, metropolitan environments, and then you can go in like 7 buildings in the entire place, and it's always like the same building types. Oh, here we go, the first zombies. So, immediately off the bat, the gun effects look nice. The bullets hitting the enemies look nice. Seems quite satisfying. But 2 things stand out. You're in a city shooting an automatic rifle and you're not being swarmed by zombies. And the second, how prevalent are guns and ammo in this? Is it just everyone's going to be running around in like crazy amounts of stuff? It's another enterable building. Nice. There's an alarm going off, but there's no zombies. Are we gonna have to watch him do every single combination? There we go. Got that Louis bag from the Louis store. Of course, it's got money, an iPhone, and a bracelet in it. Standard. All useful things in the zombie apocalypse. So, another thing that stands out to me every time there's a gameplay trailer like this. 1, where is everybody? This is obviously not how the game's going to play, because where are the other players? 2, this shows no networking whatsoever, which is kind of like plays into the element of like, does this even exist? And 3, there's no UI. There's no like user interface. So what's that actually going to look like? I think that's something that games should probably show people more. Like, how are you actually going to play the game, as opposed to this like sort of fake, idealized representation of what the what the developer thinks people are going to play like, because they generally don't. But the environments in this game have always looked really good, especially for a relatively unknown company. It's part of the reason why people thought they were like stealing assets from The Division, and why people thought it was never going to come out, because the environments just look great. But you can definitely see there's been a I'm not even going to say a small downgrade, a significant downgrade in terms of the character models, the environments, everything. Which is not unusual, right? I mean, we've seen that in AAA games for years.
Outside, please find a shelter or another safe place. All citizens are strongly urged to remain calm. All citizens are advised
So far, though, it just
not to leave
like
their homes.
doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of gameplay. Like, where's the difficulty enter in here? Maybe... Oh my god, we're almost near the end of the trailer. I was going to say, maybe they're going to show us like a PvP fight or something. So far we've been running and we've looted a few things and shot like 6 zombies. I don't know, this doesn't prove to me that the game's... Oh, we have a little bit of UI elements now. We've got health in the corner. And when you interact with your inventory, it seems to show your ammo count in the bottom right. I don't know. Does it seem like picking fault or nitpicking when you just point out that there's not really like what's happened in this trailer? I know obviously if you play DayZ, most of the game time is you running through a forest for hours doing nothing. But you wouldn't show that in a 10-minute gameplay trailer, would you? You'd show, like, you know, interesting elements of the game, or maybe explain stuff, you know, chop it up and be like, oh, here's the crafting, here's the PvP, here's how the multiplayer works. It feels like we don't have any of that information. Like, we don't even know how this works. Is it a open world? Is it small sections, multiplayer stitched onto each other, like some survival games have done? Is it a full MMO? Like, we know none of these things at all. No way is that it. No.
The day before, November 10th, 2023.
What? So November 10th is when they've delayed it too, because they delayed the game like 6 months due to a trademark dispute, which is fucking crazy to me that it's taken so long. But this is obviously the second delay, because the first one was, oh, we're delaying it to put it in Unreal Engine 5. So I don't know how the game looked way better 2 years ago in 2021. I think it was even announced in January, so it is actually two whole years ago. How did the game look better 2 years ago in UE4, but we're 2 years later in Unreal Engine 5, and it looks drastically worse? Obviously, back then it was just a vertical slice of the game, but we don't even have proof this is not the same thing. We've seen none of the things that would constrain a multiplayer game. Tons of zombies on screen at once, people fighting against each other, and you know, networking of a multiplayer game. We've seen 2 characters run through some empty streets and fight 15 combined zombies. That shows nothing related to how you would, what you'd need to know that this game has all these things that it needs to not only work and exist as a multiplayer online game, but also like the intricacies to make a game fun and able to be played for many hours. So yeah, it's not really shown anything. I imagine that's why everyone's disliking the video. I'm still waiting to see actual gameplay. If this is real and it comes out, it'll be perma-early access and bare bones with paid cosmetics. Stop it. Stop reminding me of modern gaming. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, sub, all those things. And let me know what kind of content you want to see, if there's anything you want me to check out, etc. See you next time. Peace out.